Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is August, and welcome back to Youth Pastor Reacts. I'm a youth pastor, and today I'm going to be reacting to Rush Cygnus X-1 Book II, starting the Hemispheres album. Now, I am very excited about this. We previously reacted to Book 1, and it is up on the channel, so if you haven't already, make sure to go back and watch that video before this one. But yeah, this is an 18-minute song, and I'm very excited to jump on in and see where we go from here. At the end of book 1, we were sucked into a black hole. So I don't know where this is gonna pick up or what's gonna happen, but I'm very excited to figure it out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on in. Whoa.
have passed into Olympus, as was told in tales of old, to the city of immortals, marble white and pure as gold. I see the gods in battle rage on high. Thunderbolts across the sky. I cannot move, I cannot hide. I feel a silent screaming inside. We can walk our road together if our goals are all the same. We can run alone and free if we pursue a different aim. Let the truth of love be lighted. Let the love of truth shine clear. Sensibility, armed with sense and liberty, with the heart and mind united in a single perfect sphere.
Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. My goodness. There was a lot jam packed in this one song. There was a lot that was happening. I was paying attention to the visuals and the lyrics, the storytelling about the different gods and how when they went through the black hole, he turned into some sort of disembodied spirit, but he's at Olympus and you have all these different gods that are fighting and the world seems to be kind of fractured into different hemispheres. But it has a lot of brains. Like there's a lot of brain in this song. A lot of different things. Like these are like blood vessels, it looks like. A lot of different like yeah, brains in every single visual that's going on. There seems to be some sort of connection to brains. So it's pretty interesting. I'm also thinking a hemisphere, right? Because you have like the left side of your brain and then the right side of your brain. Aren't those called like hemispheres? Like the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere? I'm not a scientist and I don't know a lot about brains and how they function and work, but I think there's a connection to the brain, obviously from this song and hemispheres being divided, some sort of division between what's happening on like the left side, what's happening on the right side, right? Like they say like, your creativity and all that stuff comes from the left side and then all your thinking and stuff comes from the right side or something like that to that effect. But wow, there was a lot going on in this song, just trying to keep up with what exactly was happening. A long 18-minute song, and they had a lot in this one. So let's dive into the lyrics for a bit. Okay, so I have the lyrics pulled up on the side here. It starts with a beautiful instrumental. That I will say the instrumentals in this song are absolutely beautiful. It's great storytelling without there being like any lyrics. Also, I recognized a bit of an instrumental. I think it's closer to the end that was also in the first song. So it was kind of like, whoa, that's interesting that they're kind of bringing this back. And then they further expand upon it, which is where actually I believe book one, the song one, ended. But in verse one, it talks about, it says, when our weary world was young, the struggle of the ancients first began. The gods of love and reason sought alone to rule the fate of man. So you have the gods of love and reason, they're fighting one another and seeking to rule the fate of man. They battled through the ages, but still neither force would yield. The people were divided, every soul a battlefield. Interesting. Huh. So they're battling, nothing's yielding. Every soul, every person is a battlefield. So again, they're fighting for essentially to rule over these people. Verse 3, I bring truth and understanding, I bring wit and wisdom fair, precious gifts beyond compare. We can build a world of wonder, I can make you all aware. I will find you food and shelter, show you fire to keep you warm. Through the endless winter storm, you can live in grace and comfort in the world that you transform. So this is interesting. I'm assuming this is like one of the gods talking to the people and essentially trying to win them over and say, "Hey, look, I'll do all of these things for you. Just follow me," it seems like. The people were delighted, coming forth to claim their prize. They ran to build their cities and converse among the wise. But one day the streets fell silent, yet they knew not what was wrong. The urge to build these fine things seemed not to be so strong. The wise men were consulted, and the bridge of death was crossed in quest of Dionysus to find out what they had lost. Interesting. So it seemed like this god or whoever was talking to them was promising all these things. They delighted in that. They said, "Yeah, that sounds good." They ran to follow him and do all of these amazing things, but they lost the urge to build. They lost the urge to kind of be creative and to grow in a sense. It seems like they were kind of given everything that they wanted, and because of that, they didn't want anything else, right? It's kind of like the problem of like when you have everything, there's nothing else that you really want, and so you lose all sorts of motivation. And so it says that in quest of Dionysus to find out what they lost, so they're essentially searching out this other god to figure out what's going on. Verse 5, I bring love to give you solace in the darkness of the night, in the heart's eternal light. You need only trust your feelings, only love can steer you right. I bring laughter, I bring music, I bring joy, and I bring tears. I will soothe your primal fears, throw off those chains of reason, and your prison disappears. Interesting. So he's saying, I'm gonna bring you love. I'm gonna bring you heart's eternal light. Trust your feelings. Only love can steer you right. So again, just like sort of following this god, which is like the god of feeling almost. I'm assuming this comes from Dionysus. I don't know a whole lot about like Greek gods and all this kind of stuff. So I'm assuming that's what Dionysus is the god of, maybe the god of love. But he's essentially saying, I'm going to bring you joy and love and all these crazy things. Just throw off your sense of reason. Like, don't try to be reasonable. Just follow your heart. Follow love. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what this god is essentially saying to the people. The cities were abandoned and the forests echoed song. They danced and lived as brothers. They knew love could not be wrong. Food and wine they had aplenty, and they slept beneath the stars. The people were contented, and the gods watched from afar. But the winter fell upon them, and it caught them unprepared, bringing wolves and cold starvation, and the hearts of men despaired. Interesting. So because they were following their heart, following love, and threw off all reason, they loved it. They were like, yeah, we're doing the right thing. This is great. But eventually, the winter fell and starvation caught them. They were unprepared because they weren't reasonable. They were just doing what felt good to them. And so the men, or the hearts of men, were despaired. This is interesting. Verse 7, the universe divided as the heart and mind collided, with the people left unguided for so many troubled years. And a cloud of doubts and fears, the world was torn asunder into hollow hemispheres. Interesting. So this kind of splits everything up. Everything is split into some sort of hemispheres. The universe itself was divided. Some fought themselves, some fought each other. Most just followed one another, lost and aimless like their brothers, for their hearts were so unclear and the truth could not appear. Their spirits were divided into blinded hemispheres. So they're lost. They're lost. They're confused. They're kind of fighting against one another or following each other, but they're not really sure where to go. They're all kind of lost in this cycle together. Verse 9, some who did not fight brought tales of old to light. My Rocinante, I think I'm saying that right. I believe that was the ship from the first song, sailed by night. On her final flight to the heart of Cygnus, which you guys were telling me was the black hole, fearsome force, we set our course, spiraled through that timeless space to this immortal place. So it's kind of recapping what happened in song 1 and saying, you know, we set our course for the Cygnus black hole, we spiraled through that thing, and then once we went through it, we came to this immortal place. Verse 10, I have memory and awareness, but I have no shape or form. As a disembodied spirit, I am dead and yet unborn. Interesting. I have passed into Olympus, as was told in tales of old, to the city of immortals, marble white and purest gold. Interesting. Huh. So he went through the black hole. He now has no body. He's a disembodied spirit, but he has his memory. So he's kind of remembering what went wrong, what happened, and stuff like that. Verse 11, I see the gods in battle rage on high thunderbolts across the sky. I cannot move, I cannot hide. I feel a silent scream begin inside. That's interesting. So he's setting the scene, right? He goes through the portal or the black hole. He goes to Olympus and he finds these gods that are fighting. They're raging. They're in raging battles, and he's seeing thunderbolts shoot across the sky, but he can't move and he can't hide. Verse 12, then all at once the chaos ceased, the stillness fell, a sudden peace. The warriors felt my silent cry and stayed their struggle mystified. Apollo was astonished, Dionysus thought me mad, but they heard my story further and they wondered and were sad. Looking down from Olympus on a world of doubt and fear, its surface splintered into sorry hemispheres. They sat a while in silence, then they turned at last to me. We will call you Cygnus, the god of balance you shall be. We can walk our road together if our goals are all the same. We can run alone and free if we pursue a different aim. Let the truth of love be lighted. Let the love of truth shine clear. sensibility armed with sense and liberty, with the heart and mind united in a single perfect sphere. Okay, I'm really glad that I ran through that. I'm really glad I ran through that because that kind of helps me just understand what is going on. So he is essentially deemed the god of balance because initially there was no balance, right? It was either just follow logic, which was one god, or the other god, which is follow love. But Cygnus being the god of balance, which is so key because you need love and reason. You need both, right? You need to have reason, you need to have logic, you need to be aware of what's going on and the things to prepare for, but you should also love and you should also work together. You should also help support one another. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Absolutely. That's cool. And it's cool that it's showing kind of the problems with only having one of the things or only following one of the things where you need a balance. You need a balance of both. You need a balance of love and truth and all that, which is amazing. I really enjoyed that. That's cool. That's really, 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 really cool. I really enjoyed that. That's awesome. Yeah. So if I missed anything from this song, please be sure to let me know. But I enjoyed it, man. What a beautiful song. Very cool. Very interesting with the different Greek gods or whatever. Let me know about those as well. Because again, I've not learned a lot about these different things. But yeah, very cool. You need the balance. That's kind of what I'm taking away from this song. And what a story that was. Absolutely beautiful. Very cool. So yeah, thank you so much for recommending this. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, if you guys have any more recommendations or reactions you guys want me to get to, please leave them down in the comment section below. If you liked, please be sure to like, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.